Now, it's May, which means it's Mental Health Awareness Month. And I want to, take a moment, not just to only, recognize it, but to really talk about it deeply, talk about getting into the real deep conversation to it. And I want you guys to have that conversation with yourself and also with your friends, with your families, your colleagues, everyone who is in your circle. Because, like I said, we are all dealing with it in some capacity, in some fashion. Am I right? Yes. Because mental health is not a side conversation. Did you hear me? Mental health is not a side conversation. It's the conversation. So we have to, I know it's uncomfortable. I know it is, but we have to talk about it. We really have to sit down and talk about it. Talk about the real issues about mental health. So let's begin with this right here. Why mental health in education matters. Let's break that down. Let's break that down because I'm gonna tell you guys. Let's start with the truth with this here. Okay, you want to know the truth of this right here? I'm going to tell you the truth because mental health affects all of us. It does. It affects one of us, all of us. Whether it's with our own experience or of someone that we truly love, right? Now, get this right here because I found this out right here. Because according to some statistics, one, get this here, 1 in 5 people will experience mental health conditions in a given year. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that? At first, I didn't know that. I didn't know that as, with the many years I've been dealing with mental health. But behind that number, guess what? Guess what? Behind that number right there, 1 in 5, students are dealing with this. Teachers are dealing with this. Families are dealing with this. Everyday, regular people, humans, because we're not perfect. All of us are behind that number. You out there who is watching right now, you are behind that number. Whether you know it or not, and someone in your circle is behind that number. So just take a moment to pause, to breathe, and to reflect onto that right there. Okay? Because I want to talk about this right here. Because we all know in education, and I believe all the teachers and all the people who's in this field right here, I think, what's about to come out of my mouth. We talk, a lot about grades, right? Behavior, attendance, sports. The list goes on and on. Am I right? But get this right here. Here's the question. How often do we pause, we take a seat and to ask this here, how are you feeling? Are you okay? Do you feel safe? Do you feel seen? Do you feel appreciated? Do you feel supported? The list goes on and on, ladies and gentlemen. So how are you truly feeling right now in this present moment? That is what I ask all of my guests who comes on to my show and also on the other projects that I have. I always ask that first question. How are you truly feeling in the present moment? Because that's very important because that for me, that I see them. And none of those things, the grades, the attendance, the behavior, for me personally, this is what I feel. Yes, those are important. I get that, we have to, tackle those things. We have to get things, in order and in check and get to those things right away. I can't even speak right now. But we can set that aside Because our focus as educators, here's what I believe in. We need, and I know all of you guys, we have to check in with our students first before we get asked them about their grades, before we get asked them about their homework assignments, before we get asked them about this or that. Let's check up on our students. How are you feeling? We have to ask that. How are you feeling? Are you okay? Is there something that I can possibly help you with? We have to ask those types of questions, because if we ask those types of questions, our students will feel that they are seen by their teachers, by their adults, by their peers, that you acknowledge me, that I do exist. Yes, you do exist because you matter. You are important. So let's rethink that, educators. And I'm not just only talking about with educators. I'm talking with everyday people, parents, teenagers, friends, family. Let's check up on the people that we care about, and also even strangers. Not just someone that that's our loved ones. Let's check up on strangers because they need to feel value as well, right? Just saying. Just saying. Because here's the thing right here. Okay. I want to let you guys in on this right here. Here's the thing right here. Learning can't happen without wellness. Yeah. Yeah. I know that for some of you guys that took especially for educators, that took whew, I know it did. I know it did. For so many students out there in this world today, especially, those who are navigating, trauma, stress, or anxiety, school is the only place. It is the only option. It is the only foundation, the one place of where they need someone to notice them simply. That's what I just got through saying to you guys. Because their parents are not showing them no love, probably at home. They probably don't have nowhere to go when school is out. So, teachers, you are their only support. So ask those types of questions every day when your students come into class. Hey, Damian, how are you? Because I noticed yesterday you was a little not yourself. Is there something that I can do to better support you? That will go a long way. That will go a long way. For me, it will. I don't know about for you guys out there, but that will go a long way for me. Because my teacher sees me. My teacher saw that yesterday I was not feeling great. And here she is, or he or she is, the next day asking, Damian, I know something wasn't right with you yesterday. What's going on? Do you need someone to talk to? Oh my gosh, I feel valued. I feel seen. That somebody noticed. Somebody noticed that one person. See, that one person can make a difference in somebody's life. That one person. You don't need 10,000 millions of people. If one person notices you, that will go a long way. But hey, I'm just speaking from my experience. Isn't that truth? Isn't that the truth? So that's why mental health matters in education. It does. It does, because our students, we don't know everything that goes on into their lives. We just don't know unless we check up on them. And if we check up on them, I'm gonna just stop right there. Because again, it will go a long way. It will go a long way.